guys, what's up? Mike here from the Bodacious Bunch. Thanks for logging in. I wanted to give a weekly check-in with you guys and give you some stats on where I'm at. So in a nutshell, just to recap what I was trying to do last week, and I was trying to do intermittent fasting, 8/16s, and then do some calorie counting and try to maintain a caloric deficit. Also try to get 2 4-hour workouts in, and try to get some more just general activity. So in terms of success, I really feel like it was a mixed bag last week. So did some calorie counting, and generally speaking, I think I maintained a general caloric deficit most every day of the week except for the weekends. So I'm sure you guys have seen on my channel my uploads with my pipe band. We had a competition this weekend, and pipe band competitions are always a blast because get together with some good friends and make some music. And but we travel to these competitions, and there tends to be some eating out with that. And there's definitely more than a little tiny bit of booze involved because it's a pipe band. You know, it's what you do. You drink beer and whiskey, and you play music. I mean, why else would you wear a skirt in front of other people making music? Unless you were really intoxicated. And these are things I enjoy, and I did them. Largely in moderation. I mean, I definitely have drank a lot more in the past. I had a few drinks over the weekend, but there was still some alcohol involved. And yeah, there was some fast food involved for dinner. Tried to maintain my intermittent fasting during that. I made sure I didn't eat before 11 o'clock, and I made sure that when I did eat during the day, it was salad. I brought some salads from King Soopers and got some cheese sticks and water, and basically stuck with water and salads for the most part. Might have had a cookie. At night, though, we got done with the competition. There was some drinks and there was some eating out. So weekend was definitely not awesome, but nor was it like the worst thing in the world. I think that in terms of my whole like give a crap-o meter, like I gave sufficient craps this weekend to keep things relatively under control. I'm not under any illusions to say that that sort of lifestyle is going to lead to a dramatic weight loss. But I think that as long as I keep those types of events to the occasional pipe band weekend and maybe holidays, like genuine holidays, not it's Tuesday and I'm feeling sorry for myself holiday, like an actual like, hey, it's Christmas, it's Thanksgiving. To me, that's living life, and those are things I don't necessarily intend to totally give up. Curb them within reason, sure, absolutely, but not totally give up. Those are just things I enjoy. And so in a nutshell, during the week, eating was pretty decent. Not quite where I want to be in terms of like macro balances and whatnot. Caloric-wise, I was anywhere between 1,700 calories ingested to maybe just above 2,000 calories ingested. Fat and carb-wise, really, I flirted from 70 grams of carbs, not net carbs, just 70 grams of carbs. I'll work on stats and throw them up in this video here in a sec, but about 70 grams of carbs to 150 grams of carbs. All of that is far too high for a ketogenic diet. But we're going to work towards it. I never made a commitment to get there today, but I will be getting there. That is the commitment, so I will get there. So macro balance, still an issue. Definitely not getting enough vegetables. I've been having a salad a day for the most part. But these are like sweet salads. These are salads with cranberries and raspberry vinaigrette, and it's all very delicious, and I enjoy eating these kinds of salads. Not going to lose weight eating these kinds of salads, though. And I know that I'm not getting enough vitamins and minerals. I need to be eating more salads than just a little tiny single bowl a day. So need to increase that for sure. Going to work on that next week, I think, is just plus up on the veggies and maybe start walking off of the sweet salads and going to more keto-y salads. End of the day, before I went to the pipe band competition this weekend, I was at 271, which would have me under the 10-pound mark of loss. And I came back and I was at 273. Again, with the eating out and the booze and being out in the sun and the water and all this, like, I'm not super shocked to have put on back up to 273. 273, I think, is still kind of a net loss. But, I mean, considering what the weekend was, I would say damage was mitigated. In terms of other metrics, though, I am down half an inch on my waist. I'm pretty happy about that from the week prior. So while the weight has changed, the waist, in terms of, pounds kind of fluctuating, not moving a whole bunch off the needle, waist has gone down half an inch. So I think that's a win, and I'll take it. This upcoming weekend isn't a pipe band weekend, so shouldn't be a weekend of drinking and eating out. It should be a pretty healthy weekend. Other big things that I've worked into what's happening with me is I've changed my precious coffee. As soon as I break my fast at 11 o'clock, I've had some coffee waiting for me in this really awesome to-go cup. It's a huge to-go cup, and it keeps things warm for like 4 or 5 hours. It's a Contigo mug. If y'all haven't seen Contigo mugs, check them out on Amazon. They're awesome. Anyways, that's like my thing I look forward to the most when I'm breaking my fast. Is this nice hot steaming cup of coffee with my Splenda and my cream. I know Splenda's probably bad for you, and I'm sure the cream isn't helping my case either. So I've changed to bulletproof mochas, and I don't think they're too bad. My wife is still kind of getting used to them, but basically what I'm doing is I'm putting like a couple tablespoons of ghee. I'm putting a couple tablespoons of MCT oil, and I'm putting in a couple of tablespoons of raw cacao powder. Love saying that. Cacao powder in a blender with 24 ounces of coffee. I blend that up first thing in the morning just after it got done brewing, and then I split that between Amanda and I, and my Contigo mug keeps that nice and hot and ready to go. Give it a good shake come 11 o'clock, and then boom, starts my happy part of my day. Great way to break a fast. And the cool thing about it is, it's much higher calorie. It ends up being like 450 calories, but it is incredibly satisfying. It's very filling. I get a lot of energy out of it. It's weird. Like, I feel like my energy levels are much higher drinking this. And the other thing is, it's a meal. Like, it's a 450 calorie meal, and as a big guy, like, that's a good breakfast. I mean, like, it keeps me pretty much throughout the day. I drank that at 11 today. I was not hungry at all today. I had to force myself to eat my lunch at like 2:50 this afternoon. That's when I started feeling hungry. So it's just this weird thing, like with the intermittent fasting, like when I'm fasting and getting close to breaking my fast, say like 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I'm hungry and I'm grumpy and I'm, a little tired, and I'm thinking this intermittent fasting stuff is stupid. But then when it comes time to actually breaking my fast, no kidding, 11 o'clock hits, like, I'm not hungry all of a sudden. I want my coffee just because I want my coffee. And then I drink just that bit of coffee, and I am good for the day. I really am. The other thing I've been doing is every day I've been taking a couple tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, which is disgusting, mixing that with a tablespoon of lime juice, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and quarter teaspoon of pink Himalayan sea salt. And that too is a tremendous appetite suppressant. So it's like doing shots for real, like down the gullet every day. And I'm like, oh dear God, I hate my life, like just doing this apple cider vinegar stuff. But you know what? I really don't feel hungry, like almost immediately. And the other thing I've noticed, I suffer from GERD, like a lot of bad acid reflux stuff, mainly because I eat like crap. But I've noticed that I've been getting a lot less of the acid on the apple cider vinegar. So most likely the apple cider vinegar stuff is kind of a hippie thing, but at the same time, like, it seems to be doing something for me at the moment. Going to stick with it. So anyways, big goals for the next week are going to be increasing vegetables, trying to back off the carbs, walking off of the sweet stuff, and then, looking at activity. How can I get more activity in? Probably, like, again, thinking walks and stuff, but I'm going to really just spend my give a crap, the little tiny bit that I have, working on just tweaking that diet, making sure we're staying away from booze, and we're just getting the macros a little bit closer to keto that I'd like to be at. And activity wise, so activity was pretty decent but not perfect this last week. I did some walks. I got 3 hours of biking in instead of 4. Basically I overslept one day, which sucks. It's like I'm a child or something. I overslept and had to like run into work. Didn't have time to bike in. Really sucked. I made it up by going on a bike ride, later on in the week. So I got one day of riding to and from work, and then another day where I did another hour ride. So I got 3 hours of riding instead of 4 in. So hopefully this week, I've already gotten one ride in. I'm scheduled to ride in tomorrow morning, so as long as I can be an adult and wake up at a decent time, that's going to happen too. So anyways, just wanted to check in. I think things are going pretty good. The entire weight loss transformation has surprise not happened in a week, but we're going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with it with you guys. So keep me accountable, and if you have any advice or comments, please let me know below. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell to do little notifications, because, I mean, come on, I'm posting like pipe band videos and all sorts of stuff, and who wouldn't want to see that right away? Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time.